What's going on, Patroneers? Out the box review reaction. And I do have a new thing from the Planet X. Look at this. So apparently Planet X gave up on that whole let's just put the figure on the box idea. Or this one was designed and created prior to Ironhide and Ratchet. Because this goes back to the older design where it's, you know, the front, back, side to side of the box. And this is their PX2, that'd be 22. Coes? Chius? I saw several different pronunciations on the interwebs. I'm going to have to double check it again whenever I do it. But I will say, quite a bit of rattling. I know they've gone away from the foam they used to use. They would keep everything really secure, so I assume that this is in some form of clamshell inside this box. Also, I'm kind of sad that they've gotten away from the larger boxes. I do like those. But yeah, going into clamshells is always funny when you've not. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Oh, that's what was rattling around. The thing that just hit me in the balls. Okay, so box goes on the floor. I forgot that he comes with an effect piece that I absolutely do not care about. But what I was trying to say before that dropped and hit me in the balls was this is their version of Fall of Cybertron, War for Cybertron, or mostly Fall. Shockwave. And he's simultaneously bigger and smaller than I thought. Nice clamshell though. Alright, so he's very purple. I did watch a review from Ben's Collectibles. He had a pre-production sample that he reviewed, didn't have any instructions and stuff, and he was having to figure it out the hard way. So this is a very purple boy. Okay, I'm gonna push these in because I'm sure it's supposed to be like this. Or maybe not. I don't know. So it looks like to me. Looks like it should be like that. These are shoulder pads, so these need to come up. The weird thing is, like, because he's Shockwave, he's very spindly. Look at him. Also, something new they've done. All the what used to be Energon flow, Energon areas, is now a metallic purple on top of a different metallic purple, but it's almost like chromey. It's kind of cool. Still got some translucent bits here in the knees. Hard to see, but it's there. Translucent in the chest. Translucent right here. No, this is painted. This is translucent. I wasn't pointing at the right thing. So that's his whatever. Now, the one thing that I disagree with is his clear purple eye. This is Shockwave. Shockwave has a big-ass yellow or big-ass red eye, depending on the version of Shockwave you have. Oh, this is funny. So to get away from the old school screws that he used to use, those shoulder armors are pinned in place with those tiny little metal pins. I will say this is going to be very hard to film when I get around to it, because it's all essentially just purple. Oh, got more translucent down here on the feeties. On the bottom of his feet, he got some more translucences. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, that eye just looks dead. Like, if you're going to give an eye like that, at least paint it. Don't make it translucent. So he's got a purplish pink metallic thing on the back of his head that looks more alive than the eye that's in his head. And one thing I want to figure out is if I can remove that at all. If I can, trying to figure out how this head and neck is attached. Because if I could take it apart, I will. Looks like snap together that way. Because I do want to paint that eye. If I can get in there with some yellow, and paint that. See, that's the weird part is whenever they switch from painted eyes to. Ooh. Okay, so we got thigh swivel. That's incredibly disconcerting. Super tight joints, so thigh swivels. Okay. He's a good looking figure, I'll have to give him that. Wait, where's his weapon? The hell? He's supposed to have a really big ass cannon. Like a big ass cannon. Is it part of him? And like transforms or something? Hold on. No. Oh, there it is. I was like, I thought I was about to hit up Chosen Prime and be like, hey, I didn't get this. This is what hit me in the balls. Good God. So, like, I couldn't see down there. It was in the dark underneath the desk. So it comes with this huge armed gun. That was scary for a brief second. So I have a problem with this. And it's just that they use these kind of hoses. And they're movable. You're supposed to be able to remove them, put things together in a different way, stuff like that. And as a nod to some of the older things, he does have a clear plastic cannon sort of sticking out there. Have no idea how this attaches or anything like that. So I think it's supposed to replace his arm. Looks really cool. Oh, I think this is potentially in jet mode, because you can see here, so you can see the nice metallic swirly stuff. Man, I was really worried there for a second. Oh, shit. Okay, I know it's down here somewhere. Okay, I'm pushing it. Trying to hunt down a clear piece on my floor. There we go. Okay, so let's disconnect that real quick. It's got a hinge to it. This is all moving. Like that. Huh. Ooh. A lot of plastic dust in there. It's not good. Or actually, that's not even plastic dust. That's glue residue. That's what that is. Is this supposed to move? It really looks like that's supposed to move. Don't know. Find out eventually. See, that's not going into... I feel like that's supposed to snug up a lot better. Okay. So, this is one of those ones where I'm not going to take a risk. I'm going to follow the instructions right off the bat. So, speaking of those, they're there. Card, which is super heavy. Strength. Nope, strength. It's back to strength. So, I bet this is an older model. If I had to guess, this was designed and everything prior to the other one's also very heavy poster stock for the instructions, for all the good that'll do me. There's only one slight problem, and it's that it's all... It's only one way, so that's one very annoying thing. It shows me how to get him into bot mode. Oh, okay, so it goes in his hand like this. So I bet that I do that thing. This looks like it comes out. Let's see, where's his hand tuck away like this? Yeah. Something in the way. Half the time with these hands, you gotta put them away a certain direction. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so see, he's got this little tab dealy right there. That's definitely got a tab into the forearm. I guess it could go either way. Nah, it's definitely got to go big side down. But see, now there's nothing to tab in from the bottom, and it feels like there should be. Okay, so tuck that peg down there. So this goes in here. See, it's not really very secure. Like, at all. So he's got pegs and stuff, but it feels like something's missing. Like, if he's going to have this giant gun attached to his arm, it should attach by more than one small peg, in my opinion. Okay. Is this something else flip up that I can't see? Nothing there. Nothing here. Maybe that's what the hoses are for? Because the hoses went over to here. Here. Okay, so let's look at this. Because there's a tab there, which is probably for different mode. Okay, so his elbows. Oddly enough, his elbows go both ways. That's crazy. In and of itself, you can bend the elbow in two directions. Okay, so let's tab this in here. Like I said, there's nothing connecting where the hand should go, which I feel is weird. Okay, and so let's attach the hoses, as it were. Maybe that helps solidify it a little. I mean, yeah, sort of. Though I wish this big peg went somewhere. There's nowhere to put it. Weird. I realize you can't see half of what I'm doing. So, he's got the huge arm cannon. He's also got a couple of spots for the hoses down here. So that's going to be in a different position, if I had to guess. Yeah, that's just weird. So, like I said, I was scared that I was missing that. But yeah, I need to look at the game, and, you know, when I made a comment about the color of the eye, people were like, no, his eye's supposed to be purple. I'm like, well, his eye's not purple, it's clear. Which means you can't see anything. He looks just dead. And I'd rather have him have a bright yellow or bright red eye. I think red comes from just the Bayverse and everything after. I'll check the game. So it comes with this big ass effect part. This is so dumb, and this is a lot of plastic. And it's got some hefty bubbles in it. Like, I don't know who this was for. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he looks really cool. But I worry about the longevity of that tabbing into the arm. Like, if he's got tabs on both sides of the arm, that should attach in so many places. And you gotta wonder if it can, like, attach another way. But they don't show you that kind of stuff, and it's super annoying. Okay. The new use of small pins that they seem to be doing, because they're everywhere on this. I don't know if that's an improvement or not. Some nice details painted. So what I would love is, now that they're going with this kind of aesthetic to some degree, I kind of want them to go back and edit their older designs. So like the Seekers, like change them up. So get rid of that pink Energon look and give it this nice metallic purple, you know? Hold on. Let me look this up real quick. Okay, so looking it up, he is supposed to have a purplish, pinkish eye. But see, they don't really change the purple all that much on here. So even if that is molded in the right color, it doesn't stand out in any way. They should have molded it in a red to make it stand out. Because even the original toy that this guy had from Hasbro has more red, less purple. They made this a little bit more purple like the game, but that eye does not stand out in any way, and it bothers me. like, I want to really change that, but I gotta figure out which way would look better. Because I can hit it with a little metallic red, and I think it might look fine. But see, like, other versions of him have a yellow eye. So let me go back. Let me go look. I want to see. Just... Okay, so going to Cyberverse is a black surround with a yellow eye, which seems to be the majority of representations. Here they give him a silver surround when it should have been a matte black surround. So the Prime Shockwave, which followed after Bayverse, had a big red eye. Bayverse had a big red eye. I think he's had a yellow eye or a red eye almost always. So even with this War for Cybertron, okay, so there's the IDW version is based off of this version, which has a yellow eye. So I think what I'll do is go for something more in the yellow range. But it does seem like the area around the eye should have been painted matte black or gunmetal, because that's basically his design in virtually every version. Let's see here. Let me go back. Because even the... Yeah, that's an issue, in my opinion. I should have a Decepticon logo that can go on his chest there. So this version, the Fall of Cybertron version that I'm looking at here, his wings should have been a different color. Actually, it shows his cannon on his. Oh, wow. His cannon tends to be on his left hand, not his right. Interesting. That's really interesting. I don't think I even realized that, to be totally honest with you guys. Yeah, it's supposed to be on his left hand. Even the Generations version, which is black with a yellow eye. I think I will modify it, to be totally honest with you guys. So here, like, his eye disappears because everything around it is shiny. I feel like I need to fix that, to be honest with you. I gotta figure out how to get this head off. Figure out how it's glued together. Feels like this whole bottom section is glued together. But yeah, I mean, if it's not going to light up, you can't have an eye be translucent. What if I can just pull it out? I wonder if it's just in there. It might just be set in there, you know? But you see how dead that looks? That needs to be painted. I mean, I could almost paint it gold, to be honest with you. Do I have it? I might have like a canary yellow. Because this one, the Generations version, it's matte black with yellow or goldish eye. Even that one, matte black. Because the eye is supposed to stand out. This is the exact opposite. This is everything but the eye stands out. And that's a problem. So here I am worried about transformation all of a sudden, and just thinking, it's like, this looks dumb. And yeah, like I said, they've got that. Even if everything around it was matte black instead of that, I think that's the biggest problem. So yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to do, and the Transformers community, as it were, can kind of kiss my ass. I gotta move this now. Now that I realize this is on the wrong arm. Sorry, Shockwave. I didn't realize I had your hand backwards. Oh, what's this do? Oh, that's on a hinge. Interesting. Okay. Do I have a spudger handy? I don't think I do. Because, I mean, this is... Normally they give you something you can latch onto to get a hand out, but... No. So... Alright, let me see. Is this open? Oh, okay, that opens, you can push the hand out. Okay. So there's a peg. That's interesting. Okay. So hand, rotate, close. Okay, so let's flip that open. Tuck that hand away. I wonder, can that? I'm fairly certain that's for transform mode, or alt mode, I should say. It would have to be. That's interesting. That elbow is so weird. Like the way it's constructed is strange. Because it almost looks like this should hinge outward. Oh. Whoa. That's crazy. Does that have anything to do with the crazy transformation? Because that would be interesting if that's how it was supposed to look. Huh. That would be interesting. Very crazy. So, like, suck that all the way up into the arm like that. Fairly certain that's not how it's supposed to look. Let me scroll through. I'm going to say no. Just goes on his forearm. Yeah, so let's just put that back to where it was. Close that up. So less than accidentally discovering that. Okay. But I do still say that I want that connection to be more solid than it is. That actually, it's even worse on this arm. That is super loose on this side. That's the arm it's supposed to be on. See, the problem is that they take a whole lot of inspiration from the game, but then sometimes they don't get enough. Oh, his fingers are supposed to open. Yeah, those are definitely hinged hands, but that ain't moving. Let's figure that out. I feel like his shoulder armor should flip up more. It's cool looking. Okay, so let's just see if I can get him transformed real quick. I'm spending a whole lot of time on this. Okay. First transformation. Yeah, but I am going to definitely try to paint that because that's annoying. All right, so hands out to the side, like so. Come down a little. Flip down, and we're gonna. Okay. So flip down, and this is just flip this around. No, I guess a hand will go in there, even if it's the other way around. Okay. Okay. And then close that up. It's like, do this, then do that. I was like, okay. I will say that half the time, their instructions aren't that good. Like, what am I even looking at here? Okay, so it's this. Oh, backpack needs to come up. Okay. From what point? Oh, I see. It's tabbed in. Scary noise. Oh, scary sounds. Okay, so once that out at 90 degrees, I guess these need to come out a little because it won't go to 90. There we go. All right. So now he's like, come at me, bro. All right. Arms come down. Okay. Oh, those pins scare me. So how? Okay. All right. This is going to be an interesting one for sure. Because I think the only Shockwave I have is that jazz-based version. I don't think I've ever owned a Shockwave. I don't even have the Siege version that I've always wanted to get, but I'm not wanting to pay Full price for, what am I looking at here? Okay, so oh, didn't expect the chest to do that. Cool. So the arms are holding all that together. That's crazy. Okay, I can see this part. Ah, yeah, let's just get that out next. Ah, do it in Spudger. It's just right here. Guys, if you don't have a Spudger, you need to get one. Okay. Whoa, that is a much bigger... Look at this guy. Hidden up in there. Hold on. You know what? I need light. There we go. I know technically speaking that's not helping, but it is. Okay, and then push the head down. It looks like it's supposed to, head's supposed to like, oh, there's a slider there for the whole head and neck section. Okay, so that's supposed to slide down into that hole. Oh, there it goes. Jeez. Ah, that's a scary sound. Okay, so that's down all the way. Question mark. Yep. So you can see there. Okay, the head just disappears. Okay. These guys need to expand out. These little wingies. Height. Something needs to swivel 180 degrees. There ain't nothing here that could turn. Oh. Sometimes these joints are hidden, so they had to flip the whole things over. Got it. Okay. These need to come up and back. Tab in over there. Interesting. I never even had the original version of this toy, like the Hasbro Takara version, like the Generations. Never even had that. Okay, so that's supposed to tab in there, more or less. Okay, so that's interesting. This is going to be one of those ones that I'm almost never going to remember, I can tell you that. Okay, so arms. Arms need to come back up 90 degrees, I guess. From underneath, what am I looking at? Swivel them in. Ah, these are going to tab together there. Interesting. Okay. Oh, thing I missed. So hold on. While these are up, like so, the elbows need to do the trick that I saw earlier, I think. Hold on. This goes like this. What? I'm going to assume those are supposed to be facing the other way. I missed it. Shoulders are the way they are. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so these have to, the arms have to be facing downward. Which I'm not sure they ever said that, but you know. Oh, maybe they did and just wasn't watching. Kind of hard to tell. Okay, so it wanted them facing down, and now they turn down for what? Like so. This is weird. Okay, so bring this inward. I don't know if that's supposed to tab in down there. It's hard to tell. I know this is supposed to slot in to the holes there. There we go. Ah, yeah, that's a good fit right there. Okay, so that's crazy in and of itself. I made that sit all the way down, so that's good. It's funny that the arms don't have the same range of movement. Okay. Now what? Swivel these inward. They tabbed anything? Or they just come in like this? See, there's this gap here. Yeah, that's where that's supposed to go, seemingly. Okay, so you can see the hinge where the arm was right here. I believe that you just want to have a little bit of room. Push this as far out as you can. Just sort of tuck that in like that. Straighten this out just a little. Because there's a lot of small finagling with how little things need to rotate into place. So like this is where we're at. He's very slowly becoming a spaceshipy thing. Oh. But now it wants me to angle that. What? So looking at it this way. Okay, so it didn't actually want me to tab that in there. Just sort of aim towards it, I guess. That's really what it was. Okay. So, I thought those were going to stay on the side. No, they're doing that number. Nothing tabs in. Now what am I looking at? Wait, what? Wait, that doesn't move. Okay, so I'm looking at it this way. What the heck? I can't tell what it is that's supposed to move. It's highlighting this. Oh, I didn't even see the tabs. Okay. The tabs tab into those pieces. Oh, okay. I got it. I got you. A little weird, but I figured it out eventually. Okay. I was just saying, it's like nothing seems to secure it together. And then, oh, hey, yeah, secure that. All right, so then it's like, okay, you should be at this point. And I'm like, okay. All right, so then I want to bring the wings down and then tab them under here somehow. They're like, hey, by the way, you're going to need to really stress the plastic a lot to get this to tab in. That's frightening. Like, seriously, like, oh, who knew that moved? So, you got to take this and slot it into there, but there's not enough clearance for that, so you have to 100% like stretch that to get it into place like that. Okay, right? And then the wings do whatever. So that's most of that. I'm fairly certain some of this ends up back here somehow to make thrusters happen. Okay, where am I? Okay, so I'm here. I'm in standing spaceship mode. Ah, turn the hips 180 degrees. Don't jack that up too much. There we go. It's like, do you have this? Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't even realize it was supposed to be pulled down. Okay, so I already had him shorter than he was. Okay, so that's clicked in there. So legs, they're like, hey, do this with the leg. I'm guessing it doesn't matter which leg, it's both of them do the same thing. Oh, yeah. Looks like they do both on both sides. 15 degrees. How do you want me to measure that, Timothy? Okay, so I'm gonna assume it means right leg, which is this guy. I'm gonna take this. Damn, there's a lot of panels on this. Oh wow, there's a lot of hidden details under here. Okay, I can't open that up all the way. There's kind of a foot in the way. I'm gonna get the foot out of the way. Guess I gotta. Oh, okay. Gotta utilize the other pin there. Interesting. Okay, then rotate everything below the knee 15 degrees. What? Does it have the scariest knee rotation of all time? Because I think it does. Oh, hell no. Okay. Oh my god, that's too tight. So right there, the actual knee joint is where it rotates. It rotates between the two double jointed knee parts. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Okay. Yeah, I'm at that point. Now what? Wait, what? Oh, I'm looking at this. Okay. Flip it 180 degrees. What? What are you even talking about there? By the way, the pictures are showing it. The pictures are showing it as though the leg is completely removed. I don't know that you can just up and do. How does it want me to rotate this 180 degrees? So this peg is supposed to go into the side of the hip. I assume that that's actually supposed to be completely untabbed from both sides. I don't think that's a safe assumption. And that whole thing is supposed to go, not... Okay, so pivots. Alright. It pivots down here. That's what's up. That's freaking weird. Okay. Alright, and it's made to mirror. So let's see here. Where is it going? Okay, so 180 degrees. Facing this way. And that has to tab in to there. So now we got this happening. Good God. Presumably you also going to do this on the other side at some point. What the hell does that even mean? Grab the leg and do the thing. Which I guess it means kind of collapse it up. That kind of negates the whole plugging that thing in. I don't know if you know this machine. You can't do that. If you want me to plug this in here, I can't fold that up. What the fuck nuggets does it? I can't. Also, I'm not entirely certain I have that degree correct. Because that's pretty well bound. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Because that's not it's just not. I think I get what it meant, but damn. I'm so scared. Like the pins in the plastic that are just barely holding these legs together make no sense in this next part. Okay. Got the leg like this. I've got that plugged into that. It wants me to grab here and do something that I'm completely unsure of what to do. This folds up like this. This doesn't move. So that's not a thing. Also, once again, it's showing me from the wrong direction there. I have no idea what it's trying to tell me to do, because if I fold this, which is not what makes sense at all. Straight back like that. No, the knee doesn't bend at all. It's just supposed to be like this. Yeah, because it's supposed to go out the front. Oh, okay. So I'm going to try... So there's something else going on with the legs. I just can't tell what the heck it's supposed to be, if I'm honest. Like, the thing that it's showing me doesn't make sense. Unless it's supposed to be like a reverse bend almost. Like, get this up. Like, hold this here and bend the knee that way. Reverse bend? I did not like the way that felt, by the way. No, that can't be right. Okay. So here's the thing, is it looks like it should collapse up and in, and I don't know that it does. Like, I think it wants this. Hold on. I think it wanted me to do that number, but then I lose my thing tabbing into there. That just somehow imagined 15 degrees. I mean, I guess that's what it wants, but it doesn't show me that side of the leg ever again. Hey, don't go to sleep. You're in the middle of uploading. I guess that's what it's supposed to be. It's really hard to tell. It's super hard. This is one of the weirdest leg transformations I've ever had to do. Okay, the upload is finally complete there. Alright, so let me see if I can get this other leg. Okay. Okay, so flip that up that way. This needs to go down there, which is correct. Okay, so I gotta let's go ahead and do the toes, foot. Go ahead and unplug this guy. Turn that up that way. Somehow, 15 degrees. The very specific measurement of 15 degrees that still doesn't seem to be exactly what it wants. Unless it was only 15 degrees to get clearance and then you straighten it back up again, which actually makes way more sense. Yeah, if it's just tilted to rotate it, that makes sense. Still stupid, but it makes sense. Okay, so can this leg do any more? I don't think so. Okay, so now what you're supposed to do, you got to take his gun, transform it, and put it between his legs, and then that'll be like the end of it. So we're almost there. Just really freaking crazy. Okay, so take the hoses, unplug them, sort of, rotate them 180 degrees. It should just sort of freely unplug, but it doesn't. Just be honest here. Okay, so it's supposed to be like this. Okay. And then you want to take this and drop it down somehow. What? Wait, this gun piece isn't supposed to be facing forward? Or if it is, it's supposed to be tucked up higher. Something's weird about this. Hold on. I guess that is supposed to be tucked up in there higher. It's just not. Okay. So this back here is supposed to swing down freely from all this. Okay, so there is a hinge there. How do you use it though? I can see it. Okay, so it's just this area, which is this. Okay, hold on. There's that, and then all of this. There it is. Okay. And once again, it popped off the hoses. So this thing collapses a bunch of different ways. Ah. And of course, first goes are always tighter. So like this guy right here, that's just his normal everyday little forearm gun. And you gotta wonder, that has to plug on somehow in normal conditions. Okay, so we got that unplugged. We didn't want to undo all of it, but there we are. In fact, you know what? It's not showing this at all. So I'm gonna remove that from the equation. Okay, so that's tied up in there like it should be. Okay, so let's put all these parts together here. Alright, so this is now down. That's what it wants. It wants this. And then it wants us to unfold this. Wow, okay. That was not what I expected that to do. And see, this part here is the thing that looks like it's another joint. That scares me. But that's glue. So I hope that's not supposed to move. Okay, where am I at? Alright, so this... just turn something underneath. Oh! That's a shell. Whoa! Look at this. Okay, hold on. Look at this. That is freaking cool. So now it's that. That's actually very cool. I did not see that coming. Okay. Neat. Flip this guy forward. See, I'm always scared because these are the joints that usually get really tight and very marked up from stresses. Okay, so I was right when I said that these holes would eventually have the hoses in them. So I was paying attention in class. There we go. That makes that nice and secure. I really don't like that those are translucent. I really wish they were painted, so guess what I'm going to end up doing. Yeah, those should be... I mean, I get why they do like the effect parts and stuff like that, but it's not good on a figure like this. It's just like the eye being translucent. There's no reason for the eye to be translucent because there's nothing to make it glow. If you're going to give us LEDs or something, fine. Actually, I need to... It's a little tight. Sorry. Shave it ever so slightly. Yeah, see, I'd be keen on repainting these. Okay, plug that guy in. Damn. That does not want to go in there. At all. That is just a wrong size hole in general. When in doubt, just ream a little. Yeah, that hole is way too tight. Don't have a good way to do this. See if I can make it fit. I'd rather it be a slightly loose fit than an overly tight fit. I've wasted way too much time on this, I'm honest with you. Normally I don't edit these, I just let it go, but this is taking way too long. There we go. So now the thruster in the back is good. I wonder if I have to mess with those at all. We'll see. Okay, so now I've got to install this into here. Big center peg, I assume, goes right there in that screw hole. I'm gonna flip this up like that. Like that. Okay, where does it all connect? Okay, so there's a tab here. Ah, I see it. Okay. It goes up inside there. Very nice. Okay, then what? I've got some big tabs here that I've got to go somewhere. Okay, so this is going to flip out, peg into his butt, technically speaking. Okay, so there's big tabs there. That's going to connect to his feet. Yeah. Okay, so now the legs turn ever so slightly. Tag that into there. Nice. Okay. Do something on this side. Perhaps a little more rotation. There we go. Come on, leg friend. There we go. Make sure those are good. Okay. And then we got a couple extra big tabs here. This will rock over to. Somehow. Oh, there it goes. Just kind of a get it as close as possible situation. I think we're done. Hold on. Flip that up, did that, tap that into there, did that. Okay. Connect gun hand to the butt. Back here, and then I think we're done. uncertain as to exactly where the toes are supposed to go, but there we go. Got him in his Cybertronian attack mode. Kind of boring, a little dumb. Definitely not as cool as his original gun mode. Though I doubt there's any way to accomplish that. Unless the, no, because the gun itself would never do that. The only way you could manage that... Hold on. Let's see if it'll work. Gotta untab it. Hold on. Where's it all tabbed in? It's only tabbed in right there, right? They ensured that you could still do a gun mode. It's really dumb, but you can do it. That's funny. That's really funny. Okay. And then if you want, you can... Hold on, I gotta reposition that now, because it's gonna scrape a buttload of paint if I'm not careful. There we go. Now I tab that back together. It is interesting that they would point his actual little blaster backwards. I'm not keen on the translucence there. Don't care about that. The eyeball is dumb. I think that they should not have done what they did there. This leg transformation was a giant pain. Though what's really funny is that, you know, I equate a lot of this to how the Apocalypse transforms. You know, rotate this, put this in over here. You know, a little bit of parts forming. Actually, it's a lot of bit of parts forming, if I'm honest, but like, let's see if I can get all of these into a direct circle. Now, of course, wherever I put the stupid effect parts, you can utilize those. I folded that backwards. Back here, and like have it like boosting. So I'm trying to remember. I don't think you ever played as Shockwave in the game, but you can open up the thrusters, which I think looks really bad, and then put the giant effect part back there. That's really bad because it's hard and it looks hard, you know, and it looks like a Vegeta Gallic gun, if I'm honest. And you can take it apart, so you can get a lot more focused thing like that. You know, if you want to shrink it down. Personally, just not a fan of that. I don't think it's cool. I mean, that actually to me looks a little bit better. That makes more sense. I think that the problem I was having is with the crown looking part, which you can also plug in there. So now it has a really big hole right there. Let's see. Can you sit on this, so to speak? Virtually. It's got no landing gear, so to speak. Wonder if you kind of detach this here. Use that as like landing gear. Kind of like landing sleds. Almost. So, I mean, it's got some playability. Actually, this looks better if you kind of have this open, like a little bit more menacing. Or it looks like trash. I don't know. Which is it? Menacing or trash? Menacing or trash? Okay, so I'm done. This video has gone on more than long enough. And if you made it through all this, yay, thanks for watching. Big tab right there too, so. He's cool, don't know how cool, but he's kind of cool. I'm gonna have to modify him ever so slightly to make him good. And I think that annoys me. I'm pretty sure that annoys me. Yep, but I like it. The paint job is nice. So he's molded in purple, hit with a metallic sheen, you know, a pearl gloss coat, and then that really nice other purple is on there. I kind of wish they had just painted the translucent parts with that same purple and just kept it going, or underneath the translucent part, make it stand out, or paint the eye in that color. That's the weakest thing they did. They needed to paint that eye. That is so stupid on their part that they did not do that. But yeah, that big hole there would indicate that there should be a stand. So, it is what it is. But I'll see you guys later. Thanks as always for your patronage. Your patronage.